Titans and Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill have all made this happy marriage with Ryan Tannehill getting the big extension first, Derrick Henry signing the franchise tag, then getting his extension. But which one of them truly mattered most to that franchise? Jalen, you have the floor first.
For me, you always have to have a quarterback. I think kind of the NFL bias is that the quarterback is going to be more important because this is a passing game right now. But in my opinion, today, Derrick Henry is the bigger need and the bigger drive for that team. I feel like without Derrick Henry, Brian Tannehill doesn't look as good as he looks. People don't respect that run game as
Mm-hmm.
much as they respect that run game, and it just throws the entire game plan off. The main game plan for the Tennessee Titans is run the ball until they're afraid of us, then play action and throw the ball on them while they're too afraid of the run to worry about the pass. And that's what makes the pass work. Not any quarterback, but most quarterbacks can make that system work. When you have a running back like Derrick Henry back there,
Mm-hmm.
obviously there's certain people, Marcus Mariota, who weren't making it work as well.
Yep.
Um, you just need. I feel like Ryan Tannehill is more the pocket passer they needed to just be able to lean back and ride Derrick
Mm-hmm.
Henry's coattails. I feel like Marcus Mariota wasn't that type of player. I don't think he's a bad player, but I just think in that situation that really wasn't the offense for him. And so that's why I think Ryan Tannehill fit in better. But do I think that
Mm-hmm.
they could have easily drafted a quarterback this year or signed a couple of the other quarterbacks that were free agents this year to fit in that same thing for less? Yes. I think they could have easily done that,
Mm-hmm.
traded for it. Andy Dalton was cheaper, and I think he's probably better, honestly. Uh, and I think he could have done the same thing, probably even better. So I think they could have got somebody cheaper, but at the same time, I don't think you could have got another powerhouse workhorse running back like
Mm-hmm.
Derrick Henry in free agency or the draft straight out the gate.
Well, let me tell you why I do understand it, and you can easily make the argument for either person. But Ryan Tannehill definitely matters more to the Tennessee Titans team than Derrick Henry does. I'm going to tell you why. Because without Ryan Tannehill, we do not see the production that Derrick Henry had. So last season, 2019-2020 season, the Titans started 2-4, and that was when Marcus Mariota was quarterback of the team. And before that, we see games 80 yards, 44, 100-yard rushing, 78, and then when their last game when they played the Denver Broncos, the last game that Marcus Mariota was starting quarterback, a measly 28 yards. The next week against the Chargers, Ryan Tannehill takes over. We see 90 yards. The rest of the season, we see 188, 160, 150, 100, 211 to end the season. We definitely see a sharp increase of overall yards and touchdowns per game once Tannehill takes over. Now, I'm not saying that Ryan Tannehill is the person that matters most in the office. I'm not saying that he's the reason that they're having that they're putting up all these points, because of course we go back to the first round in first round, or sorry, the second round for the Ravens, or for the Titans, first round for the Ravens in the divisional round matchup when they smoked the Ravens, and Ryan Tannehill had one touchdown the whole game. Derrick Henry did carry them a pretty good amount, 195 yards, but Derrick Henry was only able to do all this because Ryan Tannehill opened up their offense, especially if we're talking play action, especially in the play action. Ryan Tannehill is not the only person to blame for Derrick Henry's success, but he is one of the main reasons that Derrick Henry did as well as he did. And Derrick Henry should be thanking Ryan Tannehill once he signed that big money contract, because without him, he wouldn't have got that contract.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think they feel like after they paid Ryan Tannehill, they're like, well, now if we don't pay him
Mm-hmm.
at least this much, we're not going to
Yeah,
get to keep him.
yeah, that's the thing. You had to pay both of them. I was okay with Derrick Henry playing one more year on franchise tag with them extending him next season. I was okay with that, but with them locking in their two biggest pieces on that team for long term, great move by the Titans. Great move overall, but Derrick Henry is important. Ryan Tannehill is even more important because once again, you kind of mentioned this before. It's a quarterback-driven league, and without a good quarterback, you ain't doing jack.